Hi, this is State Representative Eric Harris from Edmond, Oklahoma, with another weekly legislative report. Well, this week has been a very busy week because we're spending a lot of time on the floor hearing bills. As I mentioned last week, we recently cleared the committee deadline. So now that means all bills that made it out of committee are being heard on the House floor. That's a lot of work. So we've been working very diligently, hearing all of the bills that are being considered, and we try our best to be very deliberate in that process. So there's one piece of legislation that I previously told you about that passed the Oklahoma House of Representatives. It's called the Shea Cooper Act. The reason why it's called the Shea Cooper Act is there's a young lady that's a resident of House District 39, Shea Cooper. She happens to be the younger sister of Allie Cooper, who was a page for me last week. Well, Allie was telling me the story of her sister Shay's adoption, and I said, you know what? That's what we're going to call this bill, because I think Shay represents what all of us in Oklahoma want to see. People like Shay Cooper make it to loving, caring, and safe homes, while also ensuring that the adoption process isn't as costly as it has been in the past. Another highlight of the week that I'd like to share with you is welcoming David Barnett, a resident of House District 39, who served as the Veteran of the Week. Each legislator is able to sponsor a veteran from his or her district to lead the Pledge of Allegiance on the House floor on Monday as we begin each legislative week. We also take the opportunity to recognize and honor that veteran for his or her service to our nation. This week, it was Mr. Barnett. Here's a clip of what we had to say about it. A couple of things I'd like to tell you about Mr. Barnett. Number one, he's a family man. He cares a lot about his family, and he cares about what he's able to do to support his family, and that's why he's joined here by his beautiful wife, Nancy, and his son, Stephen, as well. Mr. Barnett and his wife are residents of Edmond. Mr. Barnett was drafted into the United States Army in 1967 and received an honorable discharge in 1969 and has been serving the state of Oklahoma in numerous capacities since that time. Lastly, I was honored to welcome some conservatives to the state capitol in the form of the Edmond Republican Women's Club. Last year we had the Edmond Republican Women's Club Day at the Capitol, their inaugural day at the Capitol, and we made it an annual event. So this past week, they were here in their red. They looked beautiful, and we had a wonderful time talking about good conservative legislation and advocacy at the Capitol. Some of the speakers included the Edmond delegation, Governor Stitt, Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell, Attorney General Getner Drummond, and Speaker Kyle Hilbert. Honored to welcome the ladies to the Capitol, and it was great to see them in their red. Well, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be spending a lot of time on the floor as we move to another deadline. That deadline is when all bills have to be heard on the House floor and voted out for them to continue moving in the legislative process. Well, that's it for this week. As always, it is my honor to be your conservative voice at the State House.